hung in the sun for the air and the hot sun to dry them, and they would dry them till they were hard. This kept them from rotting. But it had to be kept dried or it would rot again. So they would put the dried corn after they took it off the cob, and they would store them in containers. Do you ladies have Tupperware at home? Let me show you what Tupperware would be back in the days of Okmulgee. Everybody say gourds.
Gourds.
These gourds were containers used to store food. Some gourds were very large, some were small. Different size, different shapes. This was the containers to hold things. Now they grow in the garden, but you really don't eat them. They're more of a container or useful for carrying things. And so they were hollowed out with the seeds and the guts, cut, plugged to keep the bugs out, keep the food dry. And when winter comes and we don't have food in the garden, we use the dried foods to get us through the winter season. Soaking the food back in water softens it right back up. The corn would get pounded into cornmeal using a pounder just like this. Hey, young girls, I have a job for you. Each one of you grab a piece of this right here. Come over here. And now we put the corn in there, and what are you going to do? Make cornmeal. The cornmeal will then be soaked in water, made into soup, and you know what we call it today? Grits. You know what we called it? Say softy.
Softy.
There you go, same thing. I'm not sure what a grit is, but I know what softy is. And so that's the story of the corn and how we made our food last. And during the winter season, the dried food lasted, and it was also the hunting season for the men, where they went out to hunt the deer and would be gone from the village for long periods. That's good enough, girls. You did good. Let's see now. If that's not good enough, what we'll do to find out is we'll dump that into a basket. The basket would have a bottom woven just with little tiny holes in it, big enough for the right size to fit through, all the same size. And this would make sure that the corn was broken to the right size, so it would soak properly in the water and cook properly. Any of them that weren't big enough to fit through the holes got dumped back in for more pounding later. And you know what, girls? That was just for what, a minute? Guess how long you would have to be doing that? All day long. You need something to do today? I got lots of corn, lots of mouths here to feed. Look around. This guy here is hungry.
You smash some corn?
Come on, come on. I got some more. We'll keep you here all day.